First up is Gachiakuta, a dark fantasy manga by Kei Urana. Set in a divided world, it follows Rudo, a boy from the slums who is falsely accused of murder and cast into the pit, a nightmarish wasteland filled with monstrous trash creatures. Rescued by a mysterious cleaner named Enjin, Rudo discovers he has the ability to wield vital instruments, weapons created from objects with souls. The story blends dystopian themes with kinetic action and stunning visuals reminiscent of Battle Angel Alita and Attack on Titan. With its gritty art style and layered exploration of class disparity, Gachiakuta is a must-read for fans of dark shonen. Next is Exorcist no Kiyoshi-kun, a fun and exciting manga that mixes comedy, action, and supernatural elements. The story follows Kiyoshi, who is known as the strongest exorcist ever. But unlike most heroes, Kiyoshi is actually very scared and nervous inside, even though he looks tough on the outside. This difference between how he looks and how he feels is what makes the story funny and interesting. The manga shows why Kiyoshi became an exorcist. He wants to protect the people he cares about because demons caused him a lot of pain before. Even though he is very powerful, Kiyoshi often feels afraid and unsure of himself. This leads to many funny moments where he tries to act brave but ends up being scared. The story also shows Kiyoshi fighting evil spirits, but he doesn't always use force. Sometimes, he solves problems in surprising and clever ways. The manga mixes exciting fights with light and funny scenes, showing both Kiyoshi's bravery and his softer side. Other characters and enemies are introduced, hinting at bigger challenges ahead. The manga stands out because it combines action, humor, and heartfelt moments in a fresh way. With bright and lively artwork and a unique main character, Exorcist no Kiyoshi-kun is a great choice for anyone who enjoys supernatural stories with a fun twist. This version uses simple language and clear ideas, making it easy to understand while still covering the main points. Third on our list is Ghost Fixers is a supernatural action manga set in Mikuragaka New Town, a place suddenly overwhelmed by strange and dangerous phenomena called ghosts. These ghosts aren't just spirits, they can be anything from objects with bizarre powers to people with reality-bending abilities. The story centers on Hifumi, a middle school boy, who gets caught up in these supernatural events and teams up with Mocha, a new girl in town. Together, they work to fix the ghostly problems that threaten their community. The world of Ghost Fixers stands out for its creativity. Ghosts can take many forms, like a plastic sword that can cut anything or a briefcase that turns into a machine gun. This gives the manga a lot of freedom to introduce new challenges and surprises in each episode. The main characters, Hifumi and Mocha, have very different personalities and styles, which makes their partnership lively and full of energy. Their interactions often feel like a buddy cop duo, with sharp banter and teamwork that keeps the story fun and engaging. Visually, the manga uses a bold and expressive art style, mixing action with moments of humor and character-driven scenes. The designs are eye-catching, and the action scenes are dynamic, making each ghost encounter exciting to watch unfold. The story also hints at deeper mysteries, such as the true nature of the ghosts, the secrets behind the organization that deals with them, and the backgrounds of the main characters. Overall, Ghost Fixers is a fresh take on supernatural action, blending thrilling battles, clever humor, and a growing sense of mystery. It's easy to jump into, thanks to its clear setup and likable characters, and promises plenty of surprises as the story continues. Fourth is Kagurabachi, a fast-rising action manga that blends swordsmanship, sorcery, and revenge in a world inspired by modern Japan. The story follows Chihiro Rokuhira, the son of Kunishige, a legendary swordsmith famed for forging 6 enchanted blades that once ended a devastating war. Chihiro's life is shaped by his close bond with his father, who is both a master craftsman and a loving, if sometimes goofy, parent. Their peaceful days are shattered when a group of sorcerers known as the Hishaku attacks, killing Kunishige and stealing the enchanted swords. After this tragedy, Chihiro is left alone and changed, driven by a powerful desire for revenge and haunted by his father's death. Armed with Enjin, the last and most powerful sword his father ever made, Chihiro sets out to recover the stolen blades and stop the Hishaku from using them for evil. Along the way, he is joined by Shiba, an old friend of his father, who helps guide him through the dangerous world of sorcerers, yakuza, and rival sword wielders. The manga stands out for its creative use of enchanted swords, each with unique abilities, and for its intense, cinematic action scenes. Chihiro's journey isn't just about fighting, it's about honoring his father's legacy and facing the emotional weight of loss and vengeance. The story also hints at deeper mysteries involving the origins of the swords, the motives of the Hishaku, and the true extent of Chihiro's power. With striking artwork and a gripping narrative, Kagurabachi delivers a fresh take on the revenge and sword-fighting genre, promising plenty of twists, dynamic battles, and emotional moments as Chihiro's quest unfolds. Finally, we have Tugen Anki, The Legend of the Cursed Blood is a dark fantasy manga that reimagines the classic Japanese folktale of Momotaro as a modern-day battle between two ancient bloodlines, the Oni and the Momotaru. At the center of the story is Shiki Ichinos, a rebellious teenager whose life is marked by abandonment and secrets. Raised by his adoptive father, Tsuyoshi, Shiki grows up unaware of his true heritage and the supernatural conflict that surrounds him. Everything changes when a member of the Momotaru Agency, a powerful organization dedicated to hunting down Oni, suddenly attacks. In the chaos, Tsuyoshi reveals the truth: Shiki possesses Oni blood, granting him dangerous abilities, while Tsuyoshi himself is a former Momotaru agent who chose to raise Shiki as his own, defying his clan's traditions. The confrontation ends in tragedy, with Tsuyoshi sacrificing his life to protect Shiki. This loss awakens Shiki's latent powers, setting him on a path of vengeance and self-discovery. Shiki's journey leads him to Resetsu Academy, a school for young Oni where students learn to control their blood-based abilities and prepare to fight against the Momotaru Agency. At the academy, Shiki meets a diverse cast of characters, including the stoic teacher Nato Madano, who becomes his mentor, and classmates like Jin Kugasaki and Hamarbayu Bagora, each with their own struggles and unique powers. The students' abilities center around manipulating their own blood into powerful weapons or forms, a visually striking element that gives the manga its distinct flair. Training at Resetsu Academy is harsh, designed to test both strength and teamwork. The story doesn't shy away from the brutal reality of their world. Students are constantly reminded that the centuries-old war between Oni and Momotaru is far from over, and the threat of violence is ever present. As Shiki grows, he grapples with the duality of his nature, the ferocity of his Oni blood versus his desire to protect those he cares about. The manga explores themes of identity, family, and the struggle to break free from the cycle of hatred passed down through generations.